This tutorial will show you how to properly install the DimensioneX multiplayer game engine onto your personal computer. We assume that you have already downloaded all the three necessary components that are Java version 5, Tomcat 5.5 and the DimensioneX kit, along with the readme file, that is a PDF file that you can always look at whenever you're in doubt about this installation process. Now let's start off by installing Java. You start the installation process by simply double-clicking the installation program. The installation of the Java platform usually makes no difficulty to you. You just have to agree with the user license and then leave the default options unchanged. The installation process will proceed, and you will go through another phase of the installation in which the Java installer lets you install also the runtime environment. Just leave all the default options unchanged and click Next until the installation process finishes. When it's done, just click Finish. Now we have completed the installation of the Java platform. Next, we have to install the second component for the DimensioneX server. That is a Java-enabled web server. Since we have Java version 5, we have chosen to install Tomcat version 5.5. Now this program comes with two possible distributions. One is a zip file, which I don't recommend, and a self-installing executable file. You have to choose that one so that the installation process will be very simple. Just double-click the installation program for Tomcat to start the installation process. Also, the installation for Tomcat is guided, and so you will go through a wizard. Now pay attention, because there are 2 points in which you have to change the default options. The first is when you choose what components to install. Now you have to enable the service option, as on Windows 2000 and Windows XP systems it will be very easy to manage this web server like this. I do not recommend to enable the native option, because we have tested this option on some systems and it proved to have some problems. Then also on this step you have to choose where to install the Tomcat web server. Now it is very important that you change the default value, because otherwise it will be very hard to manage all the files in a far nested folder. So just type Tomcat so that a folder named Tomcat will be created on your C drive. Now you click Next, and the remaining settings can be left unchanged. On the next step, the installer will try to determine where the Java platform is installed. It usually detects the right value, so you just have to click Install to start the installation process. Now, when the process is finished, you can uncheck the readme option and leave checked the Run Apache Tomcat option so that this web server is now started. As soon as we click Finish, the Tomcat web server should be started. Now please pay attention. At the lower right corner of your screen there should be an icon in which you should see a green arrow pointing right. This will mean that the installation process has succeeded, but first of all, let's make a small test to see and to check that that web server runs correctly. Now type in the address line of your browser http /localhost colon 8080 and / again. Now when you type return or enter on your keyboard, you should see this page on which you should read also the version number of the Tomcat server you have just installed. This will mean that the installation went right. So I am going to show you how it is possible to stop the web server whenever you want. By right-clicking the Tomcat icon, you can choose Stop Service, and then the service will be stopped. Then, by right-clicking and choosing Exit, you make this small icon to disappear from the icon tray. On a next session of work, you can run Tomcat again by choosing between your programs the Apache Tomcat group and getting the Monitor Tomcat icon, which will make that small icon to appear again on the lower right corner of your screen. Here you can right-click and choose Start Service to start the Tomcat service again. So just make sure that your Tomcat service is working when trying to use DimensioneX. Now we are about to install the third component for the DimensioneX server, which is the DimensioneX kit. So, since we have downloaded the DimensioneX kit, we just have to open it. It is a zip file. So within this zip archive you will see several files that need now to be installed inside the Tomcat web tree. So you click Extract to extract all the files from the archive. Here the only thing you need to pay attention at is to choose the proper folder. So you have to look for the Tomcat folder that you will remember we have placed on the root folder of the C drive. Inside Tomcat you should see a Web Apps folder. So you choose this one and pay attention that you have the checkbox on the Preserve Folder Structure option here. This will ensure that the folder structure inside the DimensioneX kit archive is preserved when extracting the files. When you have double-checked this option, you just click on the Extract button and all the files will be extracted inside the Tomcat web tree. Now you can close WinZip or any other application you may have used, and we can take a look to make sure that everything is in place. Here we use the Windows Explorer. Sorry for the names of the programs are in Italian, but you can find also the Windows Explorer on the accessories program group. Now, under C, on the C drive, you can find your Tomcat folder, and then the web apps folder should be there, and inside web apps you should find finally a folder named dmex. Dmex, this is very important, because if the folder is there, also 3 folders should be in there along with 3 files. If the situation is like the one you see on your screen, now you have installed the software correctly, so it should now should be working. To test your installation, you just have to rewrite the same address we typed before, so http://localhost:8080/ and then add to this address also the word dmex. This will pop up, should pop up the menu page for the DimensioneX platform. Now, this is actually a static page, but what is telling you that your system is actually working is the content of that tiny boxes. You see, in that small frames windows, you should see the server up message. If it's like that, then you will be sure that everything is working properly. So you just wait patiently until all the server slots have been initialized, and then you're ready to start. You can choose any game you like from the list. Now let's start from the first one in the list, that's the beach. You should be able now to open it, and after a few moments you should be able to connect to the game by entering a nickname and choosing connect. You see, now I am able to go around within the game, and I will eventually disconnect, so everything is working properly. Here you can get back to the DimensioneX menu page by returning to the previous address, which I will advise you to place in your favorites, because it's easier for you to go back at later. So to do this, just drag and drop the icon of that page onto your favorites window. Okay, that's all. So we have seen how it is possible to install a complete DimensioneX multiplayer server onto your personal computer by installing in the sequence these 3 components: Java, Tomcat, and the DimensioneX kit. So that's all, and thank you for your attention.